Welcome you guys to Lay It Out. I am your host, Miss Peaches, and today we have a great show for you guys. I have a talented young lady with us today who's gonna share some tips about, hair care. All right, so here's Miss Shay.
Hey, you guys. My name is
Mm,
Slay by Shay, and I'm going to be helping you out today on hair care.
All right, Miss Shay, Slay by Shay. Okay. All right. So tell me a little bit about yourself. If you mind, how old are you?
Okay, I'm 25 years old. I'm from Brownsville, Tennessee,
Tennessee.
Haywood County.
Okay.
I have a 5-year-old daughter, and I'm a licensed cosmetologist.
Wow, now that is amazing. And I'm glad you are licensed because we have a lot of questions. A lot of people are unsure about hair care. So we're going to dive right into it.
Okay.
Okay. So first off, we're going to talk about myths, hair myths. I have two major subjects. One is, do you have to use chemicals in your hair? And two, should you clip your ends? So let's talk about that first.
Okay, to answer your first question, when it comes down to chemicals, everyone knows chemicals are harsh. The trend now is natural. Me personally, I would prefer me and my clients to be natural. I mainly work with weave, but you still have to take care of your real hair under the weave. To me, chemicals will dry your hair out. It causes breakage and thinning, and sometimes balding if you don't take care of it right. Um, so to me, if you are natural, have to find the right product um, to keep it moisturized.
Mhm.
But I think other than that, natural is the way to go.
So I love to go natural, and what I like to use in my hair is just simple things like grease. I don't like to use that much gel. Do you believe that grease actually makes your hair grow, or is it just a myth?
Well, to be honest, that is a part of keeping your hair moisturized.
Okay.
But too much grease can clog up your pores and
Oh,
causes buildup and dandruffs and all of that extra stuff. So don't use too much, but use some. That's what
okay.
I would prefer.
So just a little bit,
Yeah.
enough.
Mhm.
Okay, okay. Um, so I want to talk about clipping your ends now.
Okay.
Just to go off of what I know, I clip my ends, I say about once a month. And I have heard people say, well, you really don't need to clip your ends because your hair don't grow from your ends. They grow from your root.
Mhm.
Now that is true, but from my belief, I believe that when you have split ends, they're like, say this is a strand and they split. When your hair constantly grows from the root, it's like the split is going to get longer and longer and go up to the shaft. Is that
Yes,
correct?
yes, that is correct.
Okay.
Me personally, well, from what I learned in school, maybe about once every 3 months, I would say you would need to clip your ends, or it also depends on how fast your hair grows.
Okay, yeah.
If you have new growth, as some people call it,
Mhm.
you would probably have to clip your ends more constantly than every 3 months if your hair grows fast. But like you said, it does keep running up and up the hair shaft, and eventually you just gonna have to cut all of it off
Wow.
because it's just dead hair,
Right.
and that causes a lot of extra shedding and all of that. So I think you should just go ahead. Most people think it's, well, I don't want to get my hair cut, but that's the
Right.
only way your hair is gonna grow if you get those dead ends off. Because I mean, it's just there.
So
So.
you just go ahead and cut it out. So some
Mhm.
people gonna have to go with what they call the big chop.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, I
Yeah. Yeah.
would dread that. I remember when I used to have my hair permed or relaxed, as they say, and it's been years since then, and I wanted to go natural, but I never really wanted to cut my hair because I was like, I don't want to lose length.
Mhm.
But in reality, you're gonna have to clip those dead ends, so your hair's not gonna grow naturally.
Yeah, because sometimes clipping the end is the only way that your hair is gonna actually grow out healthy. Because if it's dead hair, then it'll sometimes it'll keep growing, but it's not doing any good. Like when you put your hair in a ponytail, you'll see right through the ponytail because all of the
Right,
dead ends need
thin.
to be gone. So it's just like I said, it's best to get rid of those ends, no matter how bad you don't want to do it. but
Yeah.
that's a part of
Me.
healthy hair.
Okay, no problem. All right. Now, I have the question for you. My answer is natural. But would you prefer natural, relaxed, or weave on your hair?
For me personally, I love weave, but I'm also natural up under the weave.
Okay.
So I did, like you say, the big chop maybe the beginning of last year,
Oh,
and
really?
I cut all of my relaxed hair off.
Okay.
So I started from like a little fro, but now it's like it has grew so much because it's healthy and it doesn't have any chemicals in it.
Okay.
I mean, I'm not saying that relaxed hair is bad. It's, some people hair is too thick, and that's the only way they can maintain it is if they relax it and kind of straighten it out. You see what I'm
Right.
saying? So,
But
but
they have tight
yeah.
coils.
And me personally, I prefer weave because that's also a protective style or whatever. But other than that, I would say relax. I mean natural. I'm sorry.
Natural. Yeah. Okay. So the same question for your clients. Would you recommend or you would want them to come in having natural hair, relaxed hair, or already have the weave and you style it?
Well, it really depends on what style I'm doing, cause like one of the trend styles this year, people are getting the sleek ponytail.
Oh, okay.
So, and with that style,
Yeah, I'm
I
all
probably
about a pony.
yeah, I would prefer them to come to me already relaxed, just simply because it's like extra work. I do the extra work, but if you come in natural, then I would have to press it all the way, make sure everything's straight. But if you come in relaxed, then I can just go ahead and go into it. But it don't matter. It varies though. It really doesn't matter. Whichever way they come, I work
You
with
do it.
whichever way. Yeah. That's fine.
Because you are a professional.
Yes,
I
ma'am.
know that. Okay. So let's go straight into it. For those who want protective styles, can you give me some natural protective styles that you prefer that people would enjoy?
Well, I prefer the most protective style I would prefer is crochet style.
Oh, okay.
And really sew-ins, most people have sew-ins with leave outs, but now people have them with closures, which is like what I'm wearing now, where
Okay.
none of your real hair is out. So I call that protected because if you have a leave out, you will have to flatten your real hair,
Right.
over the tracks. And so I would prefer crochet or either, sew-in weaves or something or even individual braids, but sometimes some people can be too harsh when they're gripping it real tight.
Yeah.
But see, with the crochet, it's braided straight to the back and you can just crochet it on in. And some people wear it for months, and they not doing anything to their hair. So it's just, sitting there growing,
Okay. So that is okay if you go, how long can you go maybe with the crochet braids in your hair? Would you say at least 2 months?
Well, to me, it depends on your scalp. Some people have, some people who have psoriasis or any kind of scalp, irritation like that, then I wouldn't prefer them to keep it up that long because it's just going to keep building up, and they just going to keep scratching it, But, I mean, if your scalp doesn't, produce so much dandruff, then maybe you can go about 2 months. But I would probably say a little over a month, maybe a month and a half, something like that.
Okay. So keep it under the 2 months.
Yeah, about 4 to 6 weeks, something like that.
Okay.
That's what I would say.
No problem. So what I like to do is basically, like you said, the slick ponytail. Let's go back to that, girl. I like to put in ponytails, but I'm not quite sure how to wrap my hair. Is it a certain style that allows people to flatten their hair where they can wrap it correctly, or is it just something you just got to be gifted with?
Okay. So you saying like wrapping
around, like say if you have you're doing a slick ponytail and you're wrapping the weave around your ball up here.
Oh, okay.
So is it a certain way? Like, do you have to press down to wrap, or is it just something that you have to watch and recreate?
I would say if you're not getting the ponytail where, like, you could buy a ponytail at the hair store, of course, and you can clip it in. If you're not doing it that way, then it's other different kind of ways that you can make your ponytail. Some people they'll wrap maybe a track around, a circle around, and they'll put a bobby pin in it, and then wrap, and then a bobby pin. So they'll do that to secure, because you know bobby pins. But sometimes people don't like that way because the bobby pins be going into their scalp, and you know it
Right.
hurts. So
Right.
so another way you could do it is, some people use hair glue. They'll hold the track like this and put the glue on there. Then they'll just wrap it around. And once, you know, it's not any more glue on the track, they'll just keep gluing and wrap it around, keep gluing. Some people use that way, but then the con of that is it's going to be hard to take down because it's glued. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So the method that I mainly like to use is the kind where I take the tip of it and I put it up there and I sew that tip, and then I wrap it around a couple times, then I sew in there some more. So that's what I like to use. That way when they get ready to take it down, they can just find the thread and cut it, and it'll unravel on down.
Now that seems like something that I would do. I'm not real stylish when it comes to my hair because I'm so natural, and you know I get puffy.
Yeah.
However, it's certain styles that I would be willing to do, and if I was gonna sew, it would be something simple like that. You did mention a big thing that I forgot about, and that was glue. Is it really safe to use glue?
Well, it depends on how you use the glue.
Okay.
It depends on how you, like I said, like with most people when they have quick weaves, which are bun-in tracks, I would probably use a protective shield, you know, that you could buy at the hair store. Is you just put it on your hair, and you sit on the dryer and let it harden up. So when you place the tracks on there, it's on that shield instead of, you know, just your
So
regular
are you
hair.
saying like a chemical or maybe like a net or something that you put on your hair?
No, it's
What does
not.
a
It's
shield
not really a chemical. It's more like it's like a gel substance.
Oh, okay.
So kind of, you know how like black gel hardens up or whatever, but this right here is something that all you got to do is wash it out when you get ready to take it down. So it's like a gel substance, and you just rub it on there, and then it'll harden up, and that's why I call it a shield, you know. 'Cause
Oh, okay.
it's not just on your hair; it's on the gel. You know what I'm saying? If I explained it right, I'm sorry, but
No, that's fine. That's perfectly fine.
some people, another method, some people use the little dollar wig caps. You know, they'll put them on.
I have one of those. The black.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
black one. So you could put I've seen some people put paper towel on their hair and then put the cap on there to secure
Wow.
it, and then they'll sew it on there. So really the glue is going onto the paper towel.
Okay.
Or either like, you know how us stylists use like the neck strips, the little neck strip things. You could put that up under there as well, and that could be another way.
Wow.
So it's different ways to everything. You know.
That's something I would never thought of. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Let's see. So, if I wanted to, is it possible for a person to have glue and sew in at the same time? I think I have seen back in the day where a person gets their hair sewed in, but maybe they glue their bangs. I mean, would you prefer that, or would you prefer just going one straight way?
Well, me, I'm if it's not the lace frontal glue that's in style now that goes on your forehead, I'm really not a big fan of glue onto the hair. Really, that's not me. That's just my preference.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm scared.
Yeah, that's just my preference because I've seen some of the stuff that I've seen when some stylists come in, and the way that they just, I mean, not stylists, some clients come in and the way that they just, when they at home, they just take it on out, you
It's
know.
like they're ripping.
Yeah, like sometimes you can hear it, and so I'm like, you know, so. I mean, I've seen it done before, and it turns out pretty nice. But me, preferably, I just do the one way, which is the sew in.
Okay.
That's what I would do. And they also have things now to where the bangs, they have clip-on bangs that you can buy at the hair store. You just clip it on.
Now that sounds like something I should be doing. Okay. Because being natural, you know, you try to think of ways and not to do too much manipulation to your hair, have it natural, but I still want to be stylish, you know?
Yeah.
So if you would, just please tell us some chemicals that could damage your hair.
Well, the major chemical that could damage your hair is, we all know, is the bleach that you put on your hair to color your hair. Some people use the volume developer, which to me 40 is the strongest. It go up to 50, but most people use 40. That's the strongest. Some people put that on their hair to hurry up and make it turn blonde, and that's the worst thing you could do. You have it's levels to bleaching your hair, and that's by the developers is numbers, which are the levels like 20, 30, and 40. When you're dealing with your real hair and your hair is virgin, you don't want to start off with 40 volume developer and your bleach and just put it on there because it's gonna turn blonde like this, but it's also that blonde gonna be on the floor.
Oh wow!
Because it's gonna damage it so bad.
Oh,
you know that's so I wouldn't recommend it. And another damaging chemical I have to say is
well, I know one.
What's that?
That is heat damage.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
that's another major one. I would say when you're dealing with your real hair, like with weave, you can, kind of mess with it. Yeah, but with your real hair, when you're doing like silk presses and things like that, I wouldn't some flat irons go up to like 500. I wouldn't recommend that because
no.
And some people use old school hot combs. That's another one. If it get like too hot, and as soon as you put it on your hair just gonna come right off with the comb.
Wow, with a hot comb?
Yes, with a hot comb.
I always get scared of them. I'm like, ooh.
Yeah, so it all depends. Just make sure you watch your temperature when you're dealing with your natural hair.
Now I like to go. I have a flat iron that goes up to, I believe, just say about 460, somewhere around there.
Yeah.
I like to keep it on like 390, something like that. Do you think that's
fine.
Okay temperature?
That's fine. Anywhere between maybe 375, and you can even do like 425 or something like
425,
that.
okay.
Yeah, and it also depends on the brand, because different brands is different plates, in the flat iron. So it all depends. You just gotta play with it and test it out.
Okay. Another question is, do you have to use any type of heat serums on your hair before you flat iron it?
Yeah, I would definitely recommend some type of heat protectant, spray or either oil. They have both kinds. With the oil, you just put about a quarter size.
Okay.
You can find it at any beauty supply store or even Walmart or Walgreens. They have them everywhere, and you can drop like a quarter size in your hand, mix together, and just rub it through before you get ready to press it out.
Okay, so those are heat protectants. Okay.
But don't use too much because it'll have your hair stiff because of all the product.
Wow.
So that's why I say about a quarter size in your section.
Don't be heavy.
Yeah, don't be just pouring.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, since we talked about damaging your hair, we might as well go about talking about what are some good repair solutions.
Well, most people would, when I used to work at a natural salon in Atlanta, most people, when they have either heat damage or chemical damage, they would come in and ask for a hydration. It's basically steam that's, you can put in some type of shampoo or conditioner. Most people use conditioner, and they put a plastic cap on there. They leave the conditioner in, they put the plastic cap on there, and they sit under some people can sit under a dryer, or they have a hydration thing that you could put on or whatever. And it just basically keeps the moisture intact in your hair, because that's what you want after damage. You want moisture in your hair. So that's basically what some people ask for. And they also have the deep conditioning shampoo and conditioner. They have different systems of that you could use. And they also have
now with shampoo and conditioner, do you have to deep condition? Does that make your hair healthier?
I would prefer a deep condition. I would leave that deep conditioner in there for at least about 15 minutes, just sitting in your hair, so all of it can just work right. And also they have color shampoo for color damage. So the bleach damage, they have color shampoo as well that you could purchase.
That's good, because a lot of people use highlights. Honey Blonde was a color that was in, blonde. And now it's like, jet black and burgundy. So that's a good idea to use basically color protectants for your hair. Now you were saying hydration. So when I think of hydration, I'm thinking I would even go to water. Do you need to, how can I put it? Do you have to wash with shampoo? I've heard some people say that shampoo, it strips you of chemicals. Do you believe that that's true?
Yes, I do believe because most shampoo has alcohol in it.
Okay.
And
okay.
that's what causes it to strip your hair. And some people, when they use it, it strips their hair dry, and that's not what you want. You
I
don't
think
want
that's
that.
what happens with me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get real dry hair. And because my hair is naturally curly, I need more moisture. And I know I've seen on a lot of shows where they speak of porosity and stuff like that. I don't know exactly what I am, but I know I get dry. Okay.
Yeah. And I also, for people who love weave, I love working with weave, they have this product, it's called silicone mix.
Oh, okay.
That's
okay.
for dry weave.
Okay.
So that's something that people could, definitely look into for the people who love the weave, because I love my weave.
Okay.
And I love using my silicone mix as well. So that's just something else they could look into.
Okay. Well, child, we got to talk about these edges, okay? I need my edges slayed, okay? So what can you tell me about keeping your edges? Just help me out with that, because I know a lot of people are having problems with, edges falling out or not having the thickness. Is there any products per se that you will request for edges, or anything you can say about it in general?
Well, first, I would start off by saying tension on edges is a no-no.
Okay.
I wouldn't prefer, like, when I'm doing installs, I ask them, can I leave, like, just a little of your main edges out on the side, and I leave some of it out. Some people want that out for the, the baby hair trend.
Right.
But I leave it out, so it won't be any tension on there, because that's the weakest spot in people's hair. But, so I go along to say the one and only Obedient Edges.
Okay.
This edge control is it's a clear substance. So when you apply it, it comes on clear and it stays clear. Most people have edge control that it has a great smell too. Once you put it on there, it starts caking up white stuff. And so that's not what you want. That's not what you want. You don't want to walk around with just white, stuff caking up all around your hair. So this is not only edge control. This is also has growth ingredients in there as well. It has black Jamaican castor oil in here and black seed oil. So it's also, it lays your edges and it also helps grow it at the same time.
Wow, now that is amazing.
Yep.
And what's that called?
This is called Obedient Edges.
Obedient Edges.
By Slay by Shay.
Because we need them to work for us, okay?
And also, if you do purchase one of these, it comes with an edge brush.
Okay.
You can really purchase these anywhere, but I just like it to come with it so them edges can be laid.
Right.
But of course it'll be pink like my logo. But this, when you're doing your edges at home, these two combos, they will get the job done. Yes, they will definitely get the job done.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, so you can either use the comb to lay it down, or if you have rougher hair, you can use the brush.
Oh, okay. That's a good look right there. All right. Well, as you guys can see, there are a lot of products up here. And we have Slay by Shay. Will you tell us about your other products?
Okay, well, while we're on the subject of edges, I usually call this like an edge scarf. This for people who, like, say you do your baby hairs before you go to bed and you want them to stay intact in the morning.
Yeah.
For people who be late for work and you don't got time to just be sitting there laying, this right here will help it, help keep it laid down while you're sleeping. It's a silk scarf, and everyone knows silk is good for your hair as well. Because, some people, like, I don't know, it's a myth. I don't know whether it's a myth or not, but like, some people, like with baby, when they get cradle cap, they be saying it's because of the type of pillow. So they would prefer a silk pillow.
Okay.
So that's why I got the silk scarf for your edges.
Exactly.
And also, this good for lace frontals as well because you know it pertains glue.
Okay.
So this will help keep the glue intact when you just tie it down like a little ninja. You know how they be doing.
Okay.
But yeah, that's how that
When
goes.
it feels soft, you guys.
And it's long enough, so if you know, if your head look.
So if you got a big
oversized,
old head, you know what
yeah,
I'm saying?
it fits
Okay.
you. Just fit everybody.
Right.
One size fits all.
Well,
And-
that's good.
And
course.
also, like say you do have your heat damage or chemical damage or anything, I have my Grow Serum. This is also infused with black castor oil and black seed oil. This and my egg control are my top sellers.
Okay.
This right here, it's a little tube that you can just drop into. You can just drop it into your scalp. For people who have braids or sew-ins, they can just lift their track and just put it on in there with the tube. So you just take the tube and go on in, and while you're having your protective style, you can also, like you say, grease your scalp with. I would prefer,
Okay, that's something that I would like to use. Yeah.
I would prefer like a couple drops, maybe twice a day,
Oh,
so you
okay.
can see faster results.
Wow.
And all my products, like when you purchase, they come in my little Slay by Shay silk bag.
Oh, that's
You can use
nice.
that to keep your products in. So
Now,
people.
that is a great idea. I have, a shoebox
Yeah.
at home where I got all my stuff in my little shoebox done fell over. So,
Yeah.
that's a good idea to have something you can put everything in.
Yeah.
And what's that right there?
And next, this is my hair polish. Some people use it as, like you said, a heat protector spray. They'll spray it on there, or either they'll use it as like a sleek finish look. So a couple sprays. I wouldn't prefer to use a lot because you don't want your hair like extremely shiny, and you don't want it too heavy neither, to where it won't, shake. You want your hair to shake. So this is definitely a great product. This is definitely a great product for you guys. So it's different things that you could do with all these products. They have different things.
Okay.
And last but not least, I have my titanium flat irons. They go up to 450 degrees.
Oh, 450. Okay.
Yes, and I have them in black and pink, as you can see, if they can stay up here.
All right. And pink one. I'm digging both colors, you guys. I like pink. I like black. I like blue. So
yeah, they're real good with silk presses, real good with natural hair. If you want that bone sleek straight look, you don't even have to be a professional because it'll get the job done. Like I said, some people use them too as a combo and just come out flawless. And don't forget your edges.
right, that is
But,
absolutely right. And how much are your flat irons?
Well, they are actually on sale right now for $35.
Wow, that is cool to get you sleek and on. You know what I mean?
Sleek and on fleek.
Yes. Oh
Yeah,
my
so-
gosh, those are amazing products, and I know that they are working wonders for people. I appreciate everything that you do. We need more stylists like you that are educated and that's, willing to look at the customer and not just as a paycheck.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So we appreciate you. Before we go, I wanted to ask the question about braids. Do you think that washing your hair while braids are in are okay? And how often should you wash your hair?
Okay. I would prefer maybe 2 to 3 times a week if you don't have braids in. But if you do have braids in, some people maybe wash them like once or twice within that 2-month time frame. Me personally, once you braid, then once you wash it, it starts getting frizzy. So different things you can use. One is Sea Breeze that you can put on a cotton pad and go in. And they also have a braid cleansing spray that they have at the hair store that you can also just spray in there and clean your scalp, clean your braids.
Well, again, thank you so much for coming on Lay It Out. I appreciate you so much. You gave a lot of information that was needed about hair care, and hope to have you back soon.
I would definitely be back.
Well, thank you so much. Until next time, you guys, this is your girl, Miss Peaches. Out.